morning. Welcome to Crochet with Nonna Rosanna. I'm Rosanna, and today is a yarn haul. I've put an order in with Mary Maxim. My kitty cat is going to head over here because I started talking. Just going to grab her, put her in my lap. Come here. Yeah, there we go. So it's a yarn haul. I physically went to Lenns Mills and picked up some items, and I put an order in at Mary Maxim. So let's start with my Mary Maxim order. First thing I ordered was a mystery sock yarn. The colors are turning out fantastic. And I was a little disappointed that I only got 3 skeins because they're not the greatest. One of them is a Mary Maxim one, and I find it very thin to make socks. But I've been adding some of these colors in my mom's memory blanket, and so I don't mind. But the regular price is $29.99, and it was on sale for $22.99. So it's not too bad. I can get 3 pairs of socks out of that. So basically under $10 for a pair of socks. So the 3 ones, I'm just going to open them because I'll be putting them away. Oops, sorry, I'm shaking the camera. So the first one is Mary Maxim Festive Feet, I'm sorry. And it is a fine number 1, 3.25 millimeter hook to use with this. Care instructions, machine wash on delicate and lay flat to dry. The color is Happy Holidays. And let's see, how much do we have? We have 437 yards or 400 meters. It's a 75 superwash wool and 25% polyamide. It's 100 grams. I'm going to put it up close so you can see. It should zoom in on the colors. Yeah, so they're a muted Christmas color. So someone will be getting Christmas socks for Christmas. If I get around to them. I'm so slow at knitting socks, but I really, really am enjoying knitting them. The next one is Favorite Socks yarn. It's 100 grams, 400 meters, 75 washable wool, and 25% nylon. And it's just a pale blue, which is very pretty. But I find this very, very thin for a number 1. Let's see if I can get that up close for you and not get it washed out. There you go. See, it's very, very thin. So, oh, color went back this time. And the next one is Loops and Thread, which is a Michaels yarn. And it's called The Perfect Pair. 454 yards, 100 grams, 415 meters. It's a fine super one. It's called Atlantic City color 01303. And let me see, it's 70% acrylic, 23 viscose, and 7 polyester. So I've never knit socks that weren't wool. So this will be interesting. It has quite the stretch on it, as you can see. So it'll be interesting to try and knit up a pair of socks in these. I was surprised to see a Michaels brand at Mary Maxim. And then with that, it came with a sock pattern, and it's a Sweet Feet socks. So I have another pattern, but I always follow Kaylin at the Crazy Sock Lady. That's where I learned how, and I always have her tutorial in my saved because I'm always using her pattern. I'm always back checking. Don't do that. Don't claw at my yarn. And then what else did I get here? I don't know what I was thinking, but I ordered more sock yarn. And this is Estelle Evolution Socks. It's quality hand knitting yarn since 1976. So it's really pretty, the colors. I'll just hold that up there. There you go. Blues and greens. My favorite color is blue, so I fell in love with it as soon as I saw it. It's 75% superwash merino wool, 25% nylon, 400 meters, 100 grams. So that's another sock yarn I got. And I think I got one more too. Yes. Sorry for the crinkling. I got Premier Wool Select. There's the color there, and I'll just read out the stats for that. It's beautiful. The colors are simply stunning. It's a super fine #1. It is the color Orchid. And let's see. It's 75% superwash wool and 25% polyamide. And there's 50 grams, so I got 2 so I can make a pair of socks. I thought this was such a pretty color. Very, very pretty. And then, if you remember, I knitted my daughter a cowl and hat set. And it was the first time I did cabling, and I did it in a sparkle yarn. And I believe it was from Hobby Lobby. It was my Hobby Lobby yarn haul that I went to the States with. So my granddaughter was very disappointed that she didn't have a sparkle one. So never want to disappoint my granddaughter. So I got this. It's just beautiful. And you can see the sparkles in there. It is Mary Maxim Starlet. It's a worsted weight. Let's see. The color is called just plain purple. I'll move that back. But look at the sparkle in that. Isn't that amazing? The yarn band is in there. And let's see. Machine wash and dryable. So that's perfect for a little girl's hat and scarf. Approximately 196 yards, 180 meters, 98% acrylic, 98% acrylic, 2% polyester. So I got that so I can make a hat and a cowl for Paige, and I think she'll just love it. These are, for next year's Christmas presents. And then, where'd it go? What did I do? Oh, it fell. And then I got Mary Maxim glitter. It's getting blown out. Not sure, but it is. There you go. You can see a little bit of the sparkle there. So just in white, I got the glitter. There's not as much as in the Starlet yarn. Like you can see the difference. But there's just a touch of glitter in here. And I have no plans for this. I got 2 balls of this also. So no plans. Basically made in Turkey. 97 acrylic, 3 others. 100 gram, 3.5 ounces. And I think that's about it. It's a worsted #4 also. So I did get 2 of those. And it's down there, so I'm not going to worry about it. But I got 2 of those. So that was my Mary Maxim haul. And the sales were great. The glitter was $4.99 a ball. And the premium Evolution, this was $12.74. This is all Canadian dollars, $12.74. And the Wool Select was $5.60 a ball, so I needed 2 of those. So, $10, $12 for a pair of socks. My daughter keeps teasing me, My daughter keeps teasing me. She goes, Mom, you can buy socks at the dollar store for $1.25 or $1.50. But you spend $20 on a pair of socks and spend 3 months making them. I said, I know. She goes, but I do love them. So she's probably looking forward to another pair of socks, my daughter. And I'm making a pair of shorties right now for myself, and then I'll make one for Paige and then her mom again. So they are so crochet and knit worthy. It's unbelievable. And she said she works from home, and she says the wool socks keep her feet nice and warm while she's working in the colder months. So that's it for my Mary Maxim yarn haul. And then I had to go apply for my passport, and right by there is a Lenns Mill stores, 10 minutes out of the way. So I got a few items from there. Excuse me. If you've been watching my WIP weekends, I've started a C2C blanket, and I wasn't going to have enough. And thank goodness they had more of this. It's end of the mill yarn, so I can put it up so you can see the colors. They're so bright and so beautiful. And basically you get a pound of yarn, and they're they're just off a little bit. It might not be as thick as what it should normally be. I believe this was supposed to be a red heart, but something went wrong in the processing. So bonus to me. So these were on sale for $7.99 for a pound of yarn. So I thought that was a fabulous deal. And then I've been talking about knitting a sweater. And I was going to do it in worsted weight, and I didn't want to use wool because it's so expensive to buy, especially hand-dyed yarns. I don't think I'll ever make a hand-dyed yarn sweater because of the cost of it. So I was just, looking around, and I found this yarn, and it is stunning. So my favorite colors are blue, and look at the colors in there. I'm just going to put it right up there. It's getting washed out a bit. There you go. That's the color right there. So this is a James C. Brett yarn. It's called Double Knitting, which is a DK weight yarn. The color is SH07. Just going to pull the tag out so I can read the specs on it. I just love this yarn. It's got a beautiful, beautiful halo. Yep, you can see it there. Gets washed out when I pull it closer in. But this is 80% acrylic and 20% wool. And like I said, it's a double knitting DK. It is a little thin for a DK, but I am going to do it, and I am going to knit up my first sweater with this yarn. And it's hand wash, lay flat to dry. And you get 550 meters or 600 yards basically. And it's a 100-gram ball. And I'm not sure how much I would need for a sweater. So I ended up getting 6 of these just in case. I'm sure it's way more than I'm going to require, but such a beautiful yarn, I couldn't pass it up. And these were $8.49, but 20% off at the cash register. So I just love this yarn. It's so soft, and I just love the halo on it. And hopefully when I knit it up, you'll still be able to see the halo. So I am knitting with a little bit of wool in there. So we'll see how my first sweater comes along in knitting. And it's going to take me a year minimum to make this. So it's going to be a long-term whip. And then today is the 25th of March. And I went yesterday to pick up my passports. And I had to go to Mary Maxim again. I could not finish my mom's memory blanket because I ran out of yarn, and this is the cream colored yarn. There we go. It's not cream colored, it's actually in the raw. So I needed one more hank. I needed, I think, 7 or 8 more squares. So I will be taking it off the hank, and I'll be able to complete my mom's memory blanket. And this is 80% wool, 20% hemp. It's 400 meters, 100 grams, and it is a fingering weight yarn. And it's milled in Italy. But the wool comes from Canada. And then while I was there, I don't know why I'm buying so many sock yarns, but this is the softest sock yarn I've ever felt, because I don't buy the fancy ones. And it is a James C. Brett yarn. It's called a 4-ply yarn, which is a fingering weight yarn. There's 400 meters. It's 50% superwash wool, 25% polyamide, and bamboo. 25% bamboo. That's why it's so soft. And the colors are just spectacular. Look at those colors. I love it. So another sock yarn. It could get thrown into a blanket. I buy these yarns just because I think they look pretty. And I have no plans for them. Some of them I will definitely be making socks out of. But this might go into a blanket once I finish my mom's memory blanket. I'm not sure what kind of blanket I'm going to make because I have so many fingering weight yarns now that I could probably make another blanket. So that is my yarn haul. I enjoy looking at yarn, feeling yarn, and I thought I got some great purchases at some very good prices. So, and this was $20 for this raw hank here. So I think I did well. Add it to my collection. I probably don't need to buy any more yarn, but if I'm there and something catches my eye, I always say, oh, it needs to come home with me. So I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you for watching, liking, and subscribing, and I will talk to you soon. Bye for now.